You are tuning in 10 minutes of BPTV News, brought to you by Bình Phước Television and Newspaper. I'm the one with the latest news update, and following are the headlines of today's news. Bình Phước consolidates resource management, environmental protection to battle climate change. Bình Phước provincial scheme on party building in industrial parks and economic zones. Second working day of 13 party central committees' 8th plenum. Rubber export revenue at $1.89 billion. A delegation from the Party Central Committee's Commission for Popularization and Education, led by its deputy head Hoàng Thanh Hải, held a meeting with Bình Phước Province on October 3rd to review the province communications work to publicize party and state directives and resolutions regarding environmental issues.
The delegation spoke highly of Bình Phước efforts in publicizing related party and state directives and resolutions. They added that communications work has been diverse and effective, focusing on active responses to climate change, natural resources management, and environmental protection. The Central Commission held its provincial subordinate for proactively advising the Provincial Party Committee's Standing Committee on publicizing party and state directives and resolutions to party units at all levels and local people, prompting them to implement these documents. The Provincial Party Committee's Commission for Popularization and Education was also complimented for promoting environmental protection in education. The province has been asked to cooperate with relevant agencies to promptly grasp information from the media and the public on cases of pollution and natural resources exploitation that cause social outrage and handle them appropriately.
Bình Phước Steering Committee on implementing Scheme Number 9 regarding party building in industrial parks and economic zones in the locality for the 2023 to 2030 period from the Provincial Party Committee's Standing Committee convened a meeting on October the 3rd.
Participants contributed opinions and ideas on specific tasks for members of the steering committee, as well as working regulations from the scheme steering committee. They also identified obstacles facing the implementation of the scheme and discussed solutions to overcome them. Such measures are expected to help the scheme fulfill its target of recruiting at least 30 new party members and establishing 10 to 15 party units at local industrial parks and economic zones. Speaking at the meeting, Standing Deputy Secretary of the Bình Phước Party Committee Huỳnh Thị Hằng, who is also head of the scheme's Number 9 Steering Committee, requested the committee members perform their duties and proactively coordinate with and support each other to remove obstacles facing the scheme to meet the above-mentioned targets.
Chiang Tang Tao has recorded remarkable socio-economic achievement in its 1 year of establishment. A recent meeting to mark the first anniversary of its establishment under the resolution number 570 from the National Assembly Standing Committee heard.
Industrial and construction value as of September exceeded 21.3 trillion dong, equivalent to more than $873 million, and 2.1 billion dong, equivalent to around $86,000 respectively, accounting for 74.2% and 74.5% of their annual targets. The town is now home to 5 industrial parks, while 1 industrial complex is under construction. 190 enterprises have registered for space at local industrial parks with total domestic investment of some 3.2 trillion dong, equivalent to over $131 million, and foreign investment of $1.6 billion. Over the past year, 40,000 workers in Chiang Tang Tao have been employed. The average income in the locality now stands at 90 million dong a year. Education quality and local school facilities have been continually improved. The local health sector, meanwhile, has met basic requirements on primary health care and preventive health.
Moving on to the top stories around the country, the 8th plenum of the 13th Party Central Committee continued its second working day on October the 3rd. We have more in the following report.
In the morning, the committee discussed the socio-economic development and state budget situation in 2023 and plans for 2024, finance state budget plans for the 2024 to 2026 period, and a roadmap for the implementation of the new salary regime. On behalf of the Politburo, Prime Minister Pham Minh Chinh chaired the discussion session. In the afternoon, the participants discussed in groups a project on summing up the 10-year implementation of the Resolution on National Protection Strategy in the new situation, which was adopted at the 8th plenum of the 11th Party Central Committee.
Vietnam posted revenue of $1.89 billion from the export of 1.42 million tons of rubber during the first 9 months of this year. Though volumes increased, there was a year-on-year fall of 17.4% in value.
China remains the primary export destination, accounting for over 99% of the total. The majority of Vietnam's rubber exports consist of natural rubber and synthetic rubber. While COVID-19 is now subsiding, Vietnam's rubber industry still faces challenges posed by issues in the global market and internal factors that hinder competitiveness. The global market is highly competitive and well-developed, requiring that Vietnam catch up in order to stay relevant. According to the Vietnam Rubber Association, competition between countries producing and exporting natural rubber is set to intensify, especially in price, product quality, commercial reputation, and the ability to meet the strict requirements of choosy markets. Despite the numerous difficulties and challenges, the rubber industry also possesses several advantages for the foreseeable future. The association has forecast that global natural rubber demand will continually grow. The gap between supply and demand presents a great opportunity for Vietnam to increase natural rubber production and export turnover, creating jobs in rural areas and in related industries.
As many as 116,300 enterprises registered for establishment, up 3.1% year-on-year in the first 9 months of this year, the General Statistics Office has reported.
In the January-September period, nearly 49,000 enterprises resumed their operations, raising the total number of newly established businesses and firms resuming operations to 165,200, up 1.2% year-on-year. Meanwhile, the number of enterprises that temporarily suspended operations for a certain period of time was 75,800, up 21% from the same period last year. Results of a survey on business trends of enterprises in the processing and manufacturing industry in the third quarter of 2023 showed that 30% of the respondents believed that their business performance was better than in the second quarter. Besides, 37.5% said that the production and business situation was stable, and over 32% said they were facing difficulties.
Ninh Bình province is endowed with rich historical and cultural values as the former capital of Vietnam in the 10th and 11th centuries. These values have now been integrated into signature local products within the One Commune, One Product, or the OCOP program.
Bobat pottery items are a signature product of Yên Thanh Commune in Yên Mo district, Ninh Bình province. In order to produce items that are more unique and relevant to the province's historical and cultural values, local artisans have added images of tourist attractions and historical relic sites in the province, including temples worshipping King Dinh Tiên Hoàng and King Lê Đại Hành, and the Chiang An Scenic Landscape Complex, among others. Bobat pottery items are among various products promoted under the Old Kelp program, which gives these products a good name. This not only helps craftsmen and traders, but also promotes the historical and cultural values of the province at large. In order to promote cultural values in these local products, Ninh Bình province has studied its localities to revive traditional crafts while promoting those already available. Efforts by the local authorities have paid off, with more and more local products becoming known. Ninh Bing's implementation of the Old Kelp program has proven that cultural preservation and socio-economic development can go hand in hand.
And that is the end of our bulletin today. You can rewatch this news by downloading the BPTV Go app or visiting our website and YouTube channel. Now, thanks for staying with us and see you next time.